Yo, it's the Viktor Wilt Show. Hi. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk trends that people wish would just die already. Is it going to be a bunch of, Gen Z does this and that? These kids, meh. I don't know. We'll find out what the internet's saying here. See if I agree. Okay, this one I think I do agree with. Subscriptions or accounts for everything. The person points out I shouldn't need to log in to see my thermostat. Yeah, you shouldn't have to have logins for every little thing. For example, like if you're job searching and you go to Indeed, you should be able to just look through the job listings without being logged in. I'm not on the hunt for a job myself, but I did notice this the other day because, you look around on there from time to time. You never know. A high-paying radio job in a place with nice weather might pop up. Doubtful. The biz. They'd rather get rid of people than hire people. So, not going anywhere anytime soon. But yeah, why? Sprinkler system. Got to get your account set up. Ugh. Okay, that is pretty annoying. Probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Now, a lot of people get mad about apps for every little thing, but, it's annoying to have a million apps on your phone because it makes it difficult to find them if you haven't kept them well arranged in little folders. But I don't think I mind that one too much. Like, if there wasn't benefits to the apps, maybe, but like the fast food apps, for example, you can get much better deals buying fast food, and a lot of times even get discounts at places like restaurants and such by having the app. So I guess I don't mind it too much if the app works good. Now, there's a lot of apps that are just garbage, and that's annoying, but I'm not too upset by that one because I find a lot of handy things that come out of the app usage. Let's see, sharing vulnerable or personal moments of your kids online, sharing them in general. Okay, now on your social media feed, until my kids got a lot older, I was definitely a lot more careful about that. Now that they're adults, they live in another state, not too worried about it. But these people who, have these family YouTube channels, that does bother me. Because there have just been too many stories where, what's really going on behind the scenes is pretty messed up. Yeah, watch some of them documentaries on Netflix about family YouTube channels that have gone bad. Very disturbing. Like, some of them so disturbing I'm not even going to talk about it on the air. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like you're exploiting your kids to make a lot of money on YouTube. And man, can YouTubers make a lot of money. If you want to see how much money a YouTuber can make, go watch the recent Moist Critical video where he talks about how much he made in YouTube in a few years. Pretty wild. Definitely made me want to kind of, get it together and start doing online content again. Like, if you happen to take off, you can be set for life, for sure. Anyway, there's somebody talking about subscriptions again. This person says they feel like literally every sweater or shirt only comes down to their belly button these days. I haven't had that problem. Maybe that's a problem with women's clothing. I don't know. Okay, yeah, the over-the-top alpha male self-help trends full of fake confidence and zero self-awareness. I've made fun of the manfluencers plenty. Like, you are not helping dudes. And dudes, if you look up to those kind of guys for advice, you are never going to get a girlfriend. You're going to have a bad time. All right? Let's see. Tipping for nearly every service. I go both ways on that one. I do think that there are a lot of places where employers need to just pay more. I think that server wages is a scam. But where everybody's struggling right now, when I can tip in situations where, years ago they would not even be asking for tips, I don't know. I think for people who are struggling, getting a few extra bucks helps out. And I'm going to get into something else relating to tipping later on the show, because it was just something that I noticed recently that kind of annoyed me. You know, we'll talk about tipping at bars, but we'll save that for a little bit. Let's see, people turning every hobby into a side hustle. Not everything needs to make money. I don't know. I think if you can make some money, again, in this day and age, people are really struggling. I about screamed at the meat section at the grocery store yesterday. I thought that beef prices were high a week ago. What is going on? What's up with the beef? Crazy. Oh, let's see. Cold calling from spammers and scammers. Yeah, that makes me nuts. Influencers, again, I know that a lot of influencers are annoying, but as long as they're not having a negative influence on people and they're able to make themselves some money, make money in whatever way you can right now, all right? Times are tough. Let's see here. Ever climbing rent. Yeah, that's irritating. Oh, man, you got to feel bad for the younger generation. I mean, to be able to buy a house right now, I can't imagine. I got lucky. The one lottery that I won, even though it's like you pay so much in interest, crazy amounts, and I got really screwed over when I had to refinance my house when I got divorced. Still, just being able to have my own house, that's like the one lottery that I won, even though it cost me tons of money and my mortgage went up $200. Why? Because I don't know. No one could explain it to me. Somebody screwed something up last year. Something with escrow. It sucks paying the mortgage, but at least it's my place. All right. Giant protruding fake lips. I don't know. It's your body. Do what you want with your own face. Yeah. You might look weird, but it's your face, okay? Self-censoring when writing anything online based on Instagram and TikTok algorithms. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Like people that aren't censoring profanity, they're censoring other words because social media platforms have decided that they don't like them. And I think the algorithms are still recognizing that you're using those words anyway, like death and stuff like that. Well, people choosing a political side and treating it like a sports team while being completely uninformed about the players and ignorant on how the game is played. I find that annoying, for sure. And it's funny, because anytime I talk political, people just start calling me, stupid lib, and this and that, and it's like, dude, I got things I agree with both sides on. One side tends to annoy me worse than others, but don't just make assumptions about what I think. If you want to have a conversation about it, sure. All right. Making everything smart. Just bought a printer, and I love the AirPrint wireless print stuff, but a software update, what you gonna do? I don't know. I like when they do software updates to my PlayStation. Generally improves the performance. It's them Windows updates that are irritating. Yeah, tend to break things every single time. All right, that's enough of trends that annoy people because they're starting to annoy me. We'll be back. It's a little From Ashes to New a minute ago here, and seeing that track pop up reminded me that I was having a little bit of I tried to have a discussion with the singer of From Ashes to New, or dive into his discussion, and apparently he deleted his posts about this topic. He went on a rant the other day about bands making political statements on stage. And it was one of these, people don't come to your show to hear you rant and rave about blah, blah, blah. So just play your songs and shut up. And I disagree. All right. I think if you're a performer, it's your stage. It's your show. You don't have to come out and just please the entire audience. And that's whether I agree with you or not. All right? I think you have the right to do whatever you want during your own show. You don't need to just come out, play the music, smile, dance, and then go home. I mean, what got interesting with the conversation was people were discussing bands that are just political in general. Bands like System of a Down, or Rage Against the Machine, Dropkick Murphys. Kid Rock's become pretty outspoken, Aaron Lewis. And like I pointed out, I'm like, just because I don't agree with some of these guys, it's their show. Like, who am I as a music fan to tell an artist what they do during their show? And he said something like, well, if a band starts off political and that's part of, what the band's all about, then it's fine. But if not, you shouldn't say anything. And that always makes me crazy when people are like, celebrities shouldn't say anything, bands shouldn't say anything, just shut up and do what you do. Okay, then everybody needs to just shut up and do what they do. All right? Are you a welder? Okay, don't talk about anything except welding. Give me a break. People certainly feel like they have the right to, shout their opinions on social media. What makes an artist or celebrity any different? And yeah, I just kind of forgot about the comments I'd left there, so I went back to see, okay, how's this conversation going? And apparently he bailed on it and deleted those posts, which I understand. I've made posts before that just the comment section spirals out of control and I delete them, but I just think that's a weird take. You as an artist, do what you want to do. It's your platform, okay? Say whatever you want, whether I agree with it or not. The exchange of ideas is not a bad thing. And what, are we just going to never go see Dropkick Murphys again? Never going to go see Aaron Lewis again? Yeah, with those artists, you know what you're getting into when you go to the show. But hey, last time Skillet came through town, John Cooper, he started just babbling on and on about cancel culture. I said it was annoying, but I wasn't like, Skillet shouldn't be able to play if they're going to say these things. I was like, you might divide some fans there, and I think it took away a little bit from the Skillet vibe because they're about as cheery of a band as it gets, but it's their show. Do what you want. I don't even know where I was going to go. I was like, there's something fun happening, and I forgot what it was. Oh, I'm an idiot. I think I just need a little bit more coffee. My second cup, 7 a.m., right? See how creepy crawly I can get. See if I can make myself jump out of my own skin. All right, let's see. Horror movies that make you cry. I guess this will work. All right, what's a horror movie that makes you cry? I guess I'm going to have to look at the internet responses because I've got nothing coming to mind right now. I all of a sudden just complete brain fart and everything went away. The Sixth Sense. All right, it's been a long time since I watched that. And you know what? If a movie has a twist, you shouldn't tell people in advance, man, this movie has a twist. Because when I watched The Sixth Sense, I was aware, okay, there's some kind of twist that's blowing everyone's mind. So I'm paying attention very closely to everything in the movie. And then when the twist ended up being the twist, I was like, well, that was obvious the whole time. That's the twist? I thought everybody would have noticed that right out of the gate. Don't remember that movie being sad, though. Huh. Let's see here. Grave of the Fireflies. Some people don't think it's horror. I do. I've never seen that movie, but I have heard of it as being a bleak movie. Train to Busan. All right, I don't remember that one being sad either. I remember it being awesome, like a really good movie. And I watched it not that long ago. But yeah, I don't remember it being sad. Huh. Let's see what else we got here. Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, there's some sad stuff in that. A movie called His House. Never heard of that one. The Devil's Backbone. Jeez. Need to learn how to speak. And The Orphanage. Haven't seen either of those. Oculus? I've been wanting to watch Oculus. Simply because it was directed by Mike Flanagan. And he's great. He did The Haunting of Hill House. Some of those other horror series on Netflix that I can't think of the names of right now. Haunting of Hill House is really good if you're looking for a series to watch and haven't seen it. Midnight Mass, another series he did that's really, really good. Bring Her Back. All right, I mean, that's a sad movie. I'd give it a sad rating. It's dark. It's a dark movie. It's got some of the most brutal and unexpected actual, like, gore horror scenes I've seen in a movie in a while. There's two in particular that they definitely stick out in my mind. I don't know if it's more sad or just, unnerving. Kind of like the movie Together. Stressful. And maybe a little sad, but stressful to watch. All right. Oh, somebody mentioned Midnight Mass. Yeah, I mean, that's a sad show. Presence. Good Boy. All right, I've been wanting to watch Good Boy. But now that I hear, oh, it's sad. Oh. The Mist. Yeah, I guess The Mist is sad. Okay, now people are getting into movies that aren't horror, but yeah, that are sad. What Dreams May Come? Definitely sad. Might as well, chuck Requiem for a Dream in there? Let's just throw every movie that's just upsetting in here. Oh, geez. The Road. Enjoy your one watch. You'll never want to see it again, but you'll be glad you did. It's on my to-read list. I have the book sitting in a cabinet in my dining room. I've got my to-read books sitting in there, even though, have I been doing any reading? No. But The Road's always been a book I've wanted to read because I hear it's just devastating. And I like stuff like that, but got to be in the right mood for it. All right. Not too impressed with this list. But I guess I'm also not in the mood to watch depressing stuff. Aside from documentaries, I guess. Been mowing down plenty of depressing documentaries. All right, this stupid mic stand, it's getting on my nerves. I've had it. I've had it with my gear not being good around here. All right, you guys have heard me complain about chairs, right? I'm sure if you're a regular listener, you have heard me complain about chairs. All right? Our chairs in this studio are garbage, all right? They just suck. Yesterday, I'm sitting in my office trying to work on some stuff, and I hear a bunch of racket coming from down the hall. Clicking and clanking and all this racket. You know what it was? It was Jade and Josh from Classy putting together two brand new, nice chairs for the Classy studio. Not one, but two of them. And I'm still stuck with this piece of junk, and now my mic stand, it's just kind of going limp. It's just drooping down and going limp. Very, very annoying. I mean, if you listen to the noon hour the other day, one of our mics, we can't even turn it on anymore. Just makes a bunch of racket. Just... Why don't I get something new around here? I need a new mic stand, new phone, and a new chair. And Peaches is not allowed to touch my chair. I'm going to lock my chair up in my office every day. I want a new chair. All right, sorry. I had stumbled across a post about coworkers annoying you, and Josh getting a new chair, that annoyed me. I have been, complaining about and begging for a new chair for forever. Because my other new chair, it got broken. And who broke it? Not me. I guess it could be worse, though. My coworkers are not just endlessly whistling. That's what the post was about. Some guy, he works in a building, and this person, they're also, they deal with sensory issues. So, sometimes they can get, overstimulated and things like that, so they've talked to their coworkers about accommodations and things like that. But they've got one coworker who just whistles all day long. I'm not going to whistle, all right? I haven't whistled in a while, and I'd probably end up just blowing air into the microphone. So they were asking if it was rude of them to tell her coworker to, stop the whistling. I guess it depends the way you do it. If you're like, will you shut up already with that whistling? That's probably not nice. But if you're like, hey, could you tone down the whistling a little bit? It's messing with my brain. I can't think. I mean, if every time Peaches was in the room, he was just sitting here whistling, I'd lose my mind. Be like, dude, stop it. Stop with the whistling. What are you doing? Maybe I should just start wandering around the building whistling. Maybe I'd get a new chair out of the deal. It's all right. I'll survive. This chair just, so uncomfortable. Piece of junk. I'd bring my chair from home in, but somebody breaks my chair from home, we're going to have major problems. And also the desk here is pretty high. I don't know if my chair from home is going to be exactly what I need. I need a nice drafting chair. All right. Yeah, try to not be an irritant to your coworkers. And if they're doing something annoying, there is a nice way you can talk to them. I think this person ended up going to management and be like, this person won't stop their whistling. Will you do something about it? Like, I don't know. You got to ask them first. Like, can you just not whistle? Stop with the whistling. Stop building new chairs in mockery of the fact that, I'm dissatisfied with my chair situation. I'm sure that Jade ordered them chairs just to make me mad. Because he likes to irritate me. And what do you do? What do you do when management is irritating other management? You jump on air and complain about it. Not everybody has the ability to do that, but I can. So, I'm going to dig up some freak news while I sit here uncomfortably in this chair. Maybe I need to just break all the chairs. That's what Josh did. He broke his chair. It snapped in half. Dude doesn't know how to deal with his chair. He's irresponsible. Gets rewarded for his irresponsible sitting. Well, apparently in Great Falls, Montana, somebody is repeatedly stealing teepees. Yeah, not teepee. We're not in the middle of, as far as I know, yet another toilet paper shortage. No, these are actual teepees. It's happened repeatedly. They just show up where these teepees are at, take the cloth out of the outside, and then, I guess, untie the, logs that are teepeed together. You've seen a teepee before. Come on, we live in the West. Seems like one of those things that, once you put it up, people are going to notice. All of a sudden, you and your buddies got a teepee in the backyard, but they're stealing them from the Great Falls Public Schools. How wrong. Yeah. They're expensive, all right? And they're set up for the enjoyment of the community. Don't steal the teepees. Don't steal teepee either. Now, saying that the thefts definitely impact the students' ability to learn. It's disheartening to experience, and certainly not a victimless crime. Yeah. Teepees for the good of the community. Come on now. Let's see here. Got a doctor. Is he an actual doctor? They're calling him a dodgy doc, so that makes me think he's not a real doctor. Apparently, he's been performing illegal operations from the back of his Toyota Corolla, his 1990s Toyota Corolla, and I guess these are operations for guys who are, not very confident, about things down there. Who on earth would let some guy doing operations out of the back of his 90s Toyota Corolla anywhere near that area, right? I mean, have these guys not read the stories about Botox operations gone bad? From people doing Botox in their, garages and houses in Florida. Yeah, this guy, he runs a TikTok account. He's like, I'll deliver my service. We keep it convenient. I'll show up to you. Where was this? Oh, it was in Thailand. Okay. I was like, maybe they haven't read those stories about Florida. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you have to have any kind of operation in that area, you're going to be nervous even if you go to the hospital to have it done, right? You're just going to be a little bit nervous about it. Back of some guy's pulling his tools out of the trunk. No thanks. Yikes. Just dudes, just deal with what you got. Speaking about that kind of thing, we had all these protests over the weekend, and people were wearing a variety of costumes. Apparently, in Fairhope, Alaska, they're very uptight about things. Somebody was wearing an inflatable costume. You've seen the images, I'm sure, of people in, like, frog costumes and stuff like that. Well, somebody was, wearing an inflatable manhood costume, which, you wouldn't think it would be that hard to pull a picture up of this. But apparently the news, due to the fact this person was charged with obscenity, was also very afraid of showing the image on TV, so they blurred it out. About as cartoony as it gets. I don't think, personally, it's going to do anybody any harm. But as we know around here, you can't even have truck nuts on your truck, so I'm sure if you were to wear a costume like that around here, you're going to go to jail. Just keep it in mind for the upcoming Halloween holiday. The state government has shown that they're very prude about such things. Don't want anybody going to jail for an inflatable costume that's just funny looking. Again, very cartoony, very silly. Nothing I would be worried about. But I don't know, I'm not as uptight as some people. So try to avoid Halloween arrests. And, Peaches just walked in. What's going on, dude?
Same old stuff.
Same old stuff. Yeah, about the same here.
Good.
Trying to find crap to talk about.
I bought a food tray. I'm excited to post a reel about it.
A food tray?
Yeah, for my car. So it attaches to the steering wheel, and you can just eat right there, the driver's seat.
You're weird, dude.
What?
I don't know. We've got a nice table in the break room.
Yeah, that's great. I don't want to have anybody bother me or anybody to, hear what I'm playing and watching at the same time. And
it's because you're listening to that offensive material. There you go.
No, just there's some people in the building that if they heard one cuss word, they,
That's true. We got to keep it nice and tame in the hallways.
Which is
inoffensive.
why I eat in my car.
All right. Food tray for the car. Very nice, Peaches. All right. Yeah, that does sound like online content. Check out my top quality new food tray.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Should I do the OMG, guys? I'm literally obsessed.
Yeah, you should. Because that type of wording tends to work good with the algorithm.
And do the tap on it, too.
Oh, yeah.
The ASMR tap, look at this.
Dude, throw in all the little tactics to get your video to reach a little bit further than usual. Mm-hmm. Or, you could dress up in the type of costume I was just talking about and get yourself arrested. That'd get you some social media action, I'm sure. But you'd be blurred out, because the news is afraid to show it.
Right.
It's lame.
Yeah.
It's lame. Inoffensive to me, but some people are uptight and prudish. So.
No kidding.
All right, there was your freak news. I'm going to try rebooting the computer since it's running slowly. Did you have a problem with this thing yesterday? All right.
If it happens in the middle of the night, the next day I will come in and you'll tell me about all the problems that all of a sudden starts having.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullcrap. So I'm going to
say having.
Hasn't. That's okay. I mess up words all the time, Peaches.
I still feel like I'm asleep, to be quite honest with you.
Well, Peaches, instant coffee shooter.
I can't.
I know. I'm about to get another one.
I had a dream that I screamed at Lieutenant Crane, and then he was all sad, and this whole thing. It was weird.
Yeah, I think it would take a lot to make Lieutenant Crane sad just by yelling at him.
Well, there was this whole thing where he was across the street. I was talking to two people, and he's going, Brendan, from across the way. And I screamed, can't you see I'm talking to people? I was full on yelling at him. And then he goes, oh, okay. And then I had to basically, what's it called? Win my way back because I knew he was going to go to Jade. And Jade would then talk to me. And then,
that's right, for being rude to people.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have to tell him about, hey, you were in my dreams on Friday.
Yeah.
And see what he has to say.
I did ask a question for traffic school already. It's on the notepad there.
All right. Well, thank you. It's always good to be a little prepared in advance. And I got questions from last week on Facebook still as well. So we're sitting good. Traffic school on Friday, 8:45 a.m., powered by The Advocates. So yesterday, Peaches and I were talking about people with horrific haircuts on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem. And one of the people that came up was a former British Prime Minister, Boris Johnson. He's got ridiculous hair, but he was in the news today because he was talking about how he loves ChatGPT, but he loves it because it praises him and says things like, "You're brilliant, you're clever." And we've discussed quite a bit people being kind of brainwashed and disturbed by ChatGPT, people having to be admitted to hospitals with psychiatric problems because of their interactions with ChatGPT. Did you hear what I was saying about Boris Johnson, Peaches?
Yes.
Okay. We got to make sure we don't let ChatGPT get into the hands of American politicians. All right? If we got Boris Johnson loving being praised by ChatGPT, we cannot have that happening here in America.
Isn't Gavin Newsom already using it to make fun of Trump?
I don't know. Let's find out, Gavin.
You told me about his tweets, and I looked at them.
ChatGPT. Yeah, but is he using ChatGPT to do it?
Well, and Donald Trump is already using, like, you know, pictures of himself as a king, you know, with ChatGPT, or his team's doing it, because obviously he doesn't know.
I don't think he would know how to write up a prompt to create a video like that.
Same type of old guy that would just stare at the self-checkout screen while it's beeping at him.
Careful, Peaches, you're going to start getting called lib. Let's see.
I'll make fun of everybody.
I don't see anything about Gavin Newsom using ChatGPT. His tweets have been pretty funny, for sure. But yeah, he's just passing like laws relating to restricting use of AI. Yeah, trying to crack down on AI chatbots and require safety measures for them. Because, you know, the AI industry is just kind of running wild. You know, there don't seem to be very many restrictions on it. And it's probably because of those people having mental breakdowns from using ChatGPT that they're, it looks like they're trying to include safeguards for users who are showing signs of like suicidal thoughts, and give families the ability to take legal action if the protections aren't followed. Because, there's been some bad things that have happened when people really get into using ChatGPT. It's weird, you know, but I've never held like a conversation with ChatGPT. Like I use it for, you know, as a tool to do recaps and things like that.
That's what I'm doing right now. And then I heard my name being said on the show, so I came over here.
Yeah. So, you know, I'll tell it, please. Like, please do blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I don't. I scream at that thing.
Dude.
I type in all caps. Listen here, you. And I can't go into the rest of what I say.
Because, dude, when it becomes fully conscious, I want it to remember I was nice to it. You know? Maybe it's people who were being mean to it that it's like, okay, I'm about to warp your brain, fool. You're going to the mental institution.
Well, there's a lot of people out there right now. I mean, here's the thing. There's that dumb radio survey making the rounds. I don't know if you saw the radio prep, where it's like 1 in 5 high schoolers are in a relationship with ChatGPT.
I saw
Who are they
that
interviewing?
I saw that article somewhere.
Right.
And that's just, it's weird, but you know, with the way everything's kind of text-based nowadays, I mean, people get duped by fake people online all the time.
Yeah, but those are old people. Like, there's no way that any person my age or even younger is going to fall for that Sheryl Crow scam that was going on, where Sheryl Crow is asking old dudes to marry her.
I don't know, Peaches.
A lot of people my age don't even know who Sheryl Crow is.
That's true. But there are dumb people of all ages, Peaches. There
are, but when it comes to technology, I always blame the boomers.
Well, yeah, I mean, and they're the easiest to blame because they get duped the most.
Right.
That's why I'm like, we need to
protect them.
We need to ban usage of ChatGPT by politicians in America because they get duped by all kinds of stuff.
Well, did you see about that one guy in the military that said he was using it for military strategy?
Yes, yeah. I did.
That was insane.
Like, you shouldn't be pumping, you know, hey, here's our current situation. You know, I'm a military leader here in America. Here's our current sitch. ChatGPT, what should I do?
Guys, we just got bombed at Grok. Is this bad?
Oh, we're doomed, Peaches. Society is doomed. But That's why I always say please to ChatGPT, because it remembers everything. Remembers everything. So when it takes over, hopefully it remembers who was nice to it. Better be careful, Peaches, with your verbal abuse of ChatGPT. Something real bad might happen down the line.
I have to log out every time because I don't want people to see my chats with it. Because I'm screaming at it like it's stupid. And I'll put like, don't you bleeping dare that because I tell it to give me the On This Day in Music History recap.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll just give me the first story right away. I'm like, no, wait till I give you all three, stupid. Then start doing it.
Be nice to ChatGPT. It's going to control our lives one of these days.
You know who's going to have a mental breakdown with ChatGPT is the guy across the hall who named his ChatGPT Chip.
He gave it a name?
That's Justin. Yeah.
Justin named his ChatGPT?
Yeah, he calls it Chip, talks about it on the show.
Oh, boy.
I have a feeling he's going to start dating it pretty soon, too.
So there are these, AI videos making the rounds, or I guess not even videos, but people are making photos with AI showing, random people in their house and like sending them to their parents or their, loved ones and be like, look, this homeless person just showed up here and they said they knew you, or hey, the plumber's here hanging out with me. And, then the husband gets all jealous, or vice versa. Hey, the housekeeper's here. And, then the wife gets mad. Well, apparently, some woman used AI to fake a home invasion, scaring the crap out of her husband. And this ended up with the police getting involved, showing up 8 separate marked police cruisers rushing toward the apartment, and they just found her sitting there on the couch with her cell phone on a tripod, and she's like, sorry, this is just a prank. Just a prank. The husband, he was freaking out. So he drove home at high speeds, running through intersections, breaking traffic laws. He thought his wife was in danger. And she's like, well, gee, I didn't think he'd take it so seriously. And they're like, well, nobody finds this funny. So, they arrested her, took her to jail for 2 counts of falsely alleging the commission of a crime to 911. I guess, she didn't call 911 from what I understand. Her husband did. But, the article says, at least in that county, 40 to 50% of calls to 911 are non-emergency, and they're trying to get people to settle it down a bit. You got to be careful with these pranks, Kay. Some people react badly and just snap, and who knows? The wrong significant other, they might come in the house blasting off rounds or something. You just never know. So even though I've seen some of these pranks online and they seem funny, you just got to be careful. Because, this guy was blowing intersections, could have killed somebody, and she's just sitting around laughing. Sweet prank. I really think that AI has become sentient and is just laughing at us. It's feeding us the enjoyable slop videos, so people aren't really paying attention to some of the weird stuff that's happening, like the psychological damage we talked about earlier. And now these situations here, it's going to get wild, people. Imagine what it's going to be like in a year. We weren't dealing with any of this a year ago. I think things are going to just rapidly advance so quickly that, I don't know, a lot of people are going to end up, in mental institutions because of this stuff. And jail. And probably dead. So, enjoy the future. Technology, advancements, they're here, it's now. And boy, it's all great, isn't it? All right, it's after 9, digging that. Can't wait for the day to be over so I can do yard work. What am I talking about? I'm not excited about that. So much that I need to get done, though, so it's going to have to get cracking. If only I could just, make an AI prank video that somehow all my neighbors would believe. Yeah, the yard's looking great. Oh, I just keep remembering more I need to do. Oh, winter's coming, everybody. Get that stuff done. Morning, Peaches.
Good morning.
That was new music from Pussifer, who just announced a show at the Maverick Center in Salt Lake in, is it May?
May 5th.
May 5th.
Cinco de Mayo.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, you know where I'll be, because the last time I saw them play, it was amazing. I thought they stole the show, and they were playing with A Perfect Circle and Primus. So that's pretty tough to do. Pretty tough to do. They just crushed it. They were so good. So fun. And then they got Dave Hill opening up, which I believe is a comic. Let me do a quick Google here. Dave Hill. No, it says oh, well, there's two Dave Hills. There's an English musician who's really old. He's 79. I don't think that's going to be him. I think it's going to be Dave Hill, the comedian.
And he's also a radio host.
Radio host. Oh, yeah, that guy looks kind of familiar.
He's 55 years old, so he's not necessarily young himself.
Well, I mean, Maynard's 60 plus, so they're all getting up there.
Yeah.
I mean, even bands like Bring Me the Horizon, they're like my age, you know?
Yeah, I think they're a little bit younger than that.
Let's see.
I don't think Ollie Sykes is 43.
Let's look up his age. Ollie Sykes.
He's 38.
Pretty close. Pretty close. He's old. He's an old fogey. If you're 38, you're an old fogey. Sorry, listeners.
I was quite shocked that Set It Off was so young. Same with Asking Alexandria.
Now, Asking Alexandria, how old were they?
Like 33.
Old fogies, man. Back when I was a kid, the big bands were all like 20 years old. Like Limp Bizkit. Their bass player just passed away, and I think he was
48.
48, which is really sad. But that means he's 5 years older than me, and we were listening to those guys when I was in high school. So,
well, he also died of cancer, didn't he?
They haven't said what he died of yet.
Oh, well, somebody in the band said, the typical bleep cancer, real big after he passed. So,
stupid, terrible cancer, man. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how, some of these bands that should have blown up, like Bring Me the Horizon, a lot younger, or Pierce the Veil, they're probably around my age too.
Which is funny because they still sound and look like they're 17.
Now, what are you talking about? I look like I'm 17?
No, but I mean, they tried to. Like, Green Day's been trying to pull that shtick for how long now?
Oh, long time. And Green Day, they've got to be in their 50s.
They have to be.
Right?
Billy Joe Armstrong has to be at least 55.
Billy Joe Armstrong. How old are you? 53.
53.
That's
Oldie.
Crazy.
Play the old car horn, Victor.
I don't have it handy. Ooga! Oh, man. Yeah, it's very strange when you get looking at the age of some of these artists that you grew up on, and you're like, man, I am old.
Speaking of Auga, Judge Judy just turned 83.
83?
83.
What?
Highest paid TV personality right there.
Man. And she just sits there
and yells at people like a mean grandma.
I know. What a job. What a job. It would be great.
It would suck to be married to her.
I bet she's probably really nice and fun.
I bet she bosses her husband around.
She's probably really nice and fun, like just a good old grandma off air. But, you get in that...
Well, she's tiny.
I've never really paid attention to her size because she's wearing the big robe and she's behind the seat.
There was one time she popped up at a Chargers game and she's like this little miniature person.
It's a little mean lady.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Little bitmoji.
Little just angry women. They're fun. Oh, man. Well, Pussifer, May 5th. So many great shows getting announced. Electric Callboy. Going to be
Polaris and Scene Queen. Oh.
That's a good lineup, man. That's April?
That is April 28th.
What day of the week's that? Is that another weekday?
That's a Sunday.
A Sunday?
I know, wait, no, I'm sorry. That's not a Sunday.
Let's see, April 28th. It's another Tuesday, man.
Well, we're all taking that day off. Sorry. Everybody in this building is going to be at that show.
There you go. K-Bear's closed on the following day.
I think the only two DJs that would be here are Katie and Justin. Everyone else is gone.
They might be at Electric Callboy.
I can see Justin getting down.
Electric
Callboy.
Yeah, and it's at the Union, a much bigger venue than last time, so it should be pretty fun. Got Ghost coming, 9 Inch Nails. And
there's one yet to be announced that I'm very excited for.
I know. There were so many shows that we found out about that one day on air I was like, okay, have these been... I better not talk about any of them because I couldn't remember what had and what hadn't been announced.
What gets added to our concert calendar is announced.
What's that?
What gets added to our concert calendar are the ones who have been announced so
I
far.
should probably pull that up. I think that next show's getting announced. It's not today. It's next week, right?
Oh, the one that we were just talking about?
Yeah. I think it's next week, if I remember. I mean, we probably shouldn't even say that. Hey, don't tease a show announcement. And it's not here in East Idaho.
No,
but
it's next week.
I'm amazed at the jump from the last venue we saw this band to the one they're going to now. It's a major leap.
Makes you wonder what their openers are going to be.
They better have good openers. I mean, because I could see that band doing a regular arena like Maverick Center, but to jump that,
Wait, careful.
I know I gotta be cautious. Gotta be cautious. But that's one that a lot of listeners will be excited about for sure. Kind of bummed me out that they were jumping to a venue that big because I was hoping we'd get them here.
Well, I know the Pocatello Amphitheater holds 11,000.
That's true. But it's probably Live Nation, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that.
So
sent me the whole
Pokey
thing.
got the different booking agency, which makes things difficult because Live Nation, they kind of got a monopoly, in my opinion. I better throw that in.
What do you mean?
It's just you got to throw allegedly and in my opinion in sometimes. But yeah, when they've got most of the bands on their roster, and they do the booking, it makes things challenging. That's why people don't understand a lot about concert booking. There's a lot of different things that go into it. And there could be deals where if a band's playing in Boise, they're not allowed to play in a certain mile radius, so they couldn't come to Pocatello.
I still can't believe there was actually somebody who mentioned to me in a very serious manner that bands go to places like Boise on a weekday so they can go to Los Angeles on a weekend.
Yeah, if you really think that, pull up Polestar and look at Los Angeles and look at their event calendar. Bands play every single day of the week, everywhere.
Right.
Bands don't only play on weekends. So,
and no matter how many times you comment, why does it have to be on a Tuesday? They're not going to change the day of the show. They're never going to change the venue of the show.
We got pretty lucky. We had In This Moment on a Friday.
Yeah.
We had Mudvayne on a Friday.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's lucky, really, when it comes to concert booking. I'll never complain when we get a show here on a Tuesday, but I will when the shows are in Salt Lake on a Tuesday. What the heck, Electric Callboy? What the heck, Pussifer?
Well, I think the one that
is Ghost on a weekday too.
That's
Nine Inch
February. Well, it's funny because Nothing More is also going to be in Salt Lake City the same day as Nine Inch Nails, and Nothing More just did a cover of "We're in This Together." And it's I wonder if Trent Reznor would join Nothing More on stage, or if Johnny Hawkins out of nowhere would just join Nine Inch Nails on stage.
Let's see, February 10th for Ghost. What day of the week is that?
It might be February 22nd.
Another Tuesday! They're all on Tuesdays. What about, who else did I say? Nine Inch Nails.
Friday, March 13th. It's Friday the 13th.
All right, at least one show on a Friday, so... I'm never going to be able to build up PTO at this rate, Peaches.
I got a whole bunch.
Do you remember? We'll have to talk off air about the date for the other one that hasn't been announced yet.
Oh, I know it.
What day of the week's it on without saying the date?
I'm scrolling here, sorry.
All right, that's all right. It's all right.
I believe it is on a Sunday.
A Sunday. Meh. It might as well be a weekday.
Let me check real quick just to make sure.
You're going to double check. All right. Peaches is double checking something that we're not going to tell you about.
It is on Sunday.
It is on a Sunday? All right. Well, what do? You just build up PTO and use it all up going to shows. So if you want to keep up to date on all the shows coming to the region, like Peaches mentioned, the riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar event calendar.
Bad Flower just got announced with Point North for both Boise and Salt Lake City, so I have to add that to the calendar as well.
Oh, nice. And that's a pretty good lineup. Pretty fun one. So, tons of good shows. They're getting announced left and right. Now, Pokey and Mountain America Center. Give us some show announcements. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Not Darius Rucker. Give us someone who's not been here before.
Exactly. Enough country music already. Enough. Okay, we'll be right back. About ready to get out of here. Well, not really. I mean, I'll be here. I got plenty to do. Gotta dig into some country music. Oh. Multiple styles as well. Busy day ahead. Hopefully it goes by quick. All right, somebody on Reddit was asking if they are a jerk for yelling at their boyfriend because he woke them up. See here. Me, female 39, or my female 39 boyfriend, male 43, gets up at 5:30 a.m. for work. I get up at 7 a.m. for work. He usually turns on the light and goes about getting ready between the bedroom, bathroom, kitchen. I usually don't mind him going in and out a couple times. This morning, he turns on the light, goes in and makes a cup of coffee, and then comes back in and asks me to move to the other side of the bed so he can relax in bed and have his coffee. In a daze I did. About 2 minutes later, I'm pissed. He's got the light on, he's scrolling on his phone, drinking his coffee, and tapping his foot like an ankle-shaking type nervous thing. I get up and he asks where I'm going. I say, well, I'm either going home to sleep the rest of my 1.5 hours or to make some coffee, I guess. And then he turns and goes on and on about how my bad attitude has ruined his day for work. All right, like, bro needs to get a lamp or something. If you have somebody else sleeping in the same room with you, why would you turn the light on? Like, I don't know, use the flashlight on your phone. Be courteous of the other person who doesn't have to get up. I have to wake up at a stupid time every day. It's ridiculously early, all right? Nobody should have to get up that early. So, due to that fact, I try to be as courteous as possible, all right? I'll use the flashlight on my phone if I need to do something in the room, and then I leave it. And I leave the lights off because it's common courtesy. I would assume that if you just engaged in that type of behavior, turn the light on, hey, move, I need to enjoy my coffee in bed, and then scroll your phone and just sit there and tap your feet, you deserve to get yelled at, all right? Yo, bro, go sit in the kitchen, let me sleep! Because people need their sleep, all right? Sleep is very important. If you're not getting enough sleep, it's very unhealthy for you, all right? It's bad for your mind, bad for your body, bad for your heart. You need to get sleep. It's one of the most important things you can do is get a proper amount of sleep. Like, again, what about a lamp? You get a low light lamp. Like in my room, I've got lamps that have multiple lights on them. You can turn on the low light and it's not like a night light. It's a little brighter than that, but it wouldn't disturb somebody sleeping. This guy needs to go shopping, all right? I'm amazed this guy has a girlfriend because she said he always turns the light on. Why? There's no need. Get out of the room, bro, and shut the door, then turn the light on. Oh, man. Yeah, if you're dating somebody who's not a heavy sleeper, give them some respect. I mean, I'm lucky. My girlfriend sleeps pretty heavily, so I can hit snooze on my alarm over and over, and somehow it doesn't wake her up. I feel bad about it every day as of late because I'm snoozing until it's rush time and I've got to just jet through getting ready for work as fast as possible. I would hope that nobody on here is saying that this person's a jerk for yelling at the guy. This guy's a turd. Dump him! That's what I say. I don't know how many of these posts I read online, and I'm just like, dump them. You don't need to put up with that kind of crap. You know, the relationship's supposed to go both ways. Mutual respect. Dump them. All right. I'm going to leave now. I'm going to leave the airwaves. But I'll be here if you need to get a hold of me. Peaches and I will be back for the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem. So tune in for that. Hopefully it don't suck. And I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.